Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anthony Boyajian, and I'm the Executive Director and General Manager of Magic Compass Cyprus. I come all the way from Cyprus, and it's great to be back in Hong Kong as a financial hub. And let's talk about the current situation in the market. So if you're a brokerage or derivative business, the last 3 years haven't been easy. The reality comes down to three things. First, capital has been very expensive for running a business, a brokerage firm. Second is the retail client have zero patience. And third, regulators are strict and not playing anymore. So the days of cheap liquidity and easy growth are over. Today, you don't survive by having the financial and fanciest marketing. You survive if you're dealing with the dealing room, tight spread and technology and risk management bulletproof. So today I want to skip the standard corporate slide decks. Let's talk about what it actually takes to run SISEC compliant platform and uncompromised market. Let's have the slide. Okay, so despite the tough micromanagement, trading volumes globally are still growing. But the source of that volume is shifting. Traders have become highly educated. They look closely at market microstructure. They look at order book, they measure your slippage, and they check your liquidity depth. If you cannot offer institutional grade execution, you can lose the volume easily. At the same time, regulatory arbitrage is essentially dead. Under the European ESMA and MiFID II framework, watchdogs are actively collaborating and aligning rules. The old playbook running an under-regulated offshore entities offering 1 to 1,000 leverage is already, or burning cash on Google Ads is already over. It's a failing business model. We are now in a cycle where you win based on capital adequacy, infrastructure resilience, and systemic discipline. It's a permanent structural reset. What is about reset? Let's check. What we talk about reset, we are talking about risk management. For years, many operators ran under unhedged B-book risk, betting against their client while relying on loose regulatory oversight. In today's market, if you carry large, unhedged toxic flow without proper clearing bridges, one major market gap or black swan will wipe out the whole capital. The era of offshore regulatory arbitrage, unhedged retail sales, and risk and high marketing burns rate is dead. Survival now belongs strictly to platforms driven by capital adequacy, discipline, and infrastructure resilience. This is not a market correction, it is structural. To survive, you have to treat compliance and risk mitigation and operational infrastructure not just as back office. That is the model we operate under SISEC and where we are implementing globally. At Magic Compass, we don't treat global licensing as a compliance checklist. We treat it as a commercial advantage. Look at the framework behind me. Our global licensing alignment and anchored by our European entity operating under strict SISEC and ESMA MiFID II mandates. When we enforce capital discipline, we mean maintaining rigid, automated capital buffers to ensure balance sheet resilience under extreme stress. And our localized risk management is executed through jurisdictional diversification across key financial hubs. For sophisticated institutional environments like Hong Kong, this combination provides what matters most: verifiable counterparty credit and absolute cross-border compliance. Let's be completely direct. Trust is not a marketing campaign. Trust is verified balance sheet mechanism. At Magic Compass, we translate our European regulatory compliance into absolute asset protection through 4 uncompromised benefits. First, segregated client funds, completely independent from our platforms. Second, these assets are held in Tier 1 custodian banks. Third, we execute continuous automated reporting with regulators, where our transaction data feed directly through regulators' manual intervention. So we have direct reporting, EMIR and MiFIR reporting under SISEC and European. And fourth one, we maintain an auditable surplus capital adequacy buffer, which is required from our regulators. We don't ask the market for confidence, we engineer it through verifiable capital protection. Now, let's look our second pillar, which is technology governance. The retail brokerage industry has always been obsessed with one metric: millisecond execution speed. But speed without real-time risk in infrastructure is dangerous. When market volatility spikes and global liquidity suddenly drops, static platform freeze, their pricing engine fall, latency surges, and you get severe slippage over outright execution rejection. True innovation isn't a marketing slogan. At Magic Compass, it means re-engineering our data bridge and routing algorithm. Velocity is liability without real-time risk infrastructure. When we talk about AI integration at Magic Compass, we aren't talking about technology hype. We are talking about deploying advanced predictive AI directly into our risk infrastructure. We have integrated these machine learning models into 4 critical areas of our work. First, predictive AML to isolate behavioral transaction anomalies. Second, market surveillance using predictive pattern recognition algorithm to audit price deviation under MiFID II standards. 3, algorithmic best execution, which is required from our regulators, utilizing intelligence-driven routing to eliminate price deviation under MiFID II standards. And number 4, tail risk forecasting, leveraging predictive analytics to stimulate extreme market stress and optimize our dynamic hedging protocol. To make this network function, we don't treat technology as an alternate. We hardwire compliance rules directly into our core execution API. The moment an order enters to our ecosystem, it undergoes instantaneously API level verification. We execute automatic pre-trade risk checks, and cross-border regulatory routing before the trade ever hits the matching engine. By automating this infrastructure, we turn compliance from an operational friction point into low-latency execution engine, giving institutional partner verifiable structural certainty. This brings us to our final and most critical pillar, operational longevity. Let's be blunt about the derivative sectors. The market is full of short-term disruptors that deploys aggressive marketing and unsustainable leverage. They generate high trading volumes for years or two, but they disappear when the movement of volatility dries up. At Magic Compass, though, our focus is never a short-term flash volume. It is long-term capital preservation and asset retention. Our institutional financial world, the longevity cannot be stimulated. It can only be earned over time and across cycles. I want to leave you with one fundamental truth. You cannot buy a decade of uncompromised operational history, and you cannot shortcut the trust of global investors. Right now, a massive behavioral shift is happening across the region. Institutional capital is actively fleeing operational fragility in search of structural stability. They are no longer chasing aggressive leverage or marketing gimmicks. In a financial ecosystem that is too often rewarded too loud and temporary, long-term credibility is the ultimate economic moat. Global capital doesn't need tech hype, it needs a reliable risk compass. And for over a decade, that has been our standard at Magic Compass. Thank you very much for everyone, and thank you for WikiFX for this beautiful exhibition.